we see about 100 million people today in India, or more than that, to be diabetic. It was supposed to be an old age disease, but it often is prevailing in youngsters in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
So, can you explain why they come into this condition of diabetes?
Because we have been making the pancreas go overwork, and by overburdening with the carbohydrates, we are actually making ourselves much more into the diabetic zone at very young age. The more you make the pancreas work, it will make the cells resistance to absorb the glucose, and the inflammation start increasing at that place. Your cell is not able to absorb the glucose. What is happening? It is creating a lot of heat around that area, the inflammation around that area, which is actually increasing the chances of having the diabetes at very young age.
Okay.
Again, eating too much of refined food.
Mm.
We eat a lot of refined, all processed, all packed food. Even we talk about any outside food. They cook the food at very high flame. When you're cooking the food at very high flame, it increases the glucose levels and breakdown of that food. That means its glucose levels have gone up.
Oh.
So that is also one of the reasons that it leads to diabetes. And it's all lifestyle oriented. It's our lifestyle which is leading to it. Watching OTT till late hours, high stress levels, again that increases the cortisol levels, which release all the stored glycogen in the liver to release as a source of energy. So we have a lot of glycogen stored in the liver.
Okay.
Now that glycogen is actually stored in muscles to give you the work as a support system in the case of emergency. But whenever your cortisol levels due to the stress going up, what happens? Your liver starts releasing the glucose, and that is also leading to diabetes because pancreas are not able to handle this much of glucose.
Yes, yes, yes.
So their pancreas are exhausting at very young age.
We widely know that there are two types of diabetes, the type 1 and type 2. Can you just explain and break down what they are?
The main commonly known diabetes is type 1, type 2. Type 1 is an autoimmune disease that, your body is not able to produce insulin inside the system. So, pancreas are non-functional. And type 2 is another type of disease which is due to the lifestyle. Here, your body produces the insulin, but your cells are not able to absorb it due to n number of reasons. Due to a lot of inflammation inside the system, due to a lot of resistance in the system. So, that's a completely lifestyle-oriented disease. And type 1 is very different, where it comes from the childhood itself. Your one organ is not functioning, like a hole in a heart. Your pancreas are not functional. So it's an autoimmune disease.
What really happens during the reversal of diabetes?
So it's not a cure. Diabetes reversal is a mistake and it's not a cure. We are not giving you new pancreas. What we are doing is reversing your HbA1c. When you get diagnosed with the type 2 diabetes, when your HbA1c is 6.5 and above.
What is that actually?
So, you just understand it as the average glucose of the 3 months give you the idea whether you are diabetic or not. And what number defines it is the 6.5. If your HbA1c is 6.5 and above, you are type 2 diabetic. In between 5.6 to 6.5, you are into the pre-diabetic stage. That means there are high chances for you to get diabetes. So these are the two parameters which everyone should know. So we are not giving a cure. We are not giving you new pancreas. What we are doing is, we are increasing the glucose absorption through different modes. We are helping you in delaying the glucose release in the bloodstream. We are helping you to bring the HbA1c to a certain level which calls at a healthy blood sugar control. How the process starts? You get the diabetes, you are on medication, you are following a particular diet. We find out that what are the loopholes in your lifestyle which are leading to the high blood sugar levels. We start working on the parameters and gradually we start reducing the medication dosage one by one. But what we call the management, diabetes management, is that with the medicines, you are keeping your glucose levels at certain level. We are not reversing. We are maintaining the HbA1c at one particular level. We are on medications and the problem still persists. We are not working on the problem.
Does it mean to say the pancreas can't be revived like
no,
how
it cannot be. It cannot be.
There's no way.
So when you are in the very early stage, you can heal and rejuvenate your pancreas. But when you are 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, diabetic, the pancreas are already exhausted. Your beta cells stops working at the time. So you have to find out the second alternative, how you can increase absorption. So when we work on the muscle mass, the muscles start absorbing that extra glucose and store it as a glycogen.
Okay.
When we do the meal sequencing, having the salad first, then the proteins, and then your carbs, that also helps you. The meal sequencing helps you in reducing the glucose release in the blood so that the body can absorb it slowly. What is non-diabetic stage? Having HbA1c below 5.6.
Fine, but for me as a layman, what is non-diabetic is I can eat sweets and not bother about it.
See, diabetes is a lifestyle disease, Sanjana. That's the one of the biggest problem. People are not able to accept it. Diabetes is a lifestyle disorder. Cancer is a lifestyle disorder. It's not a disease. There is a myth that it is a disease. It's an outcome of your wrong choices what you are making. You have to work on the lifestyle. If you feel I'm eating all junk and I'm saved, sorry, there is no cure for it. If it runs in a family, people take it for granted that because my parents have the diabetes, I will also get. But they don't understand the fact they might be having the wrong lifestyle, which you are also following, and that is the reason you can turn into diabetic.
Right.
So the what mistakes your parents have done, either they have not been exercising or they have not been eating right. Most of the Indian diet, Asian diets, they lack protein. We don't accept the fact that we do need proteins in all the meals. And that is one of the major reasons you get the spikes from the childhood, and it is not inherited from your parents. It's a wrong lifestyle which has been inherited generation to generation.
It's an important myth that's broken. It sometimes is not the gene, it's a wrong lifestyle, and you just can be replicating their life as well.
And then, you know, the new researches which have come up, they very clearly claim that your food choices can change your genes.
Can change your genes?
Yes. If you are eating right, you can change your genes. So if you eat right, be less dependent on the processed and the packed food. Don't come to these marketing gimmicks of fancy food and all. You can protect yourself from aging, and that's why there is one more research which is going on where people have taken up the challenge of longevity through the right eating, right exercise, and living a more healthy lifestyle.
What are the symptoms that kind of show that someone is moving towards diabetes and someone should be really careful of?
Yeah, so there are a lot of symptoms there can be drowsiness, there can be extra urination, you will see the bubbles in your urine, you can observe excessive thirst, excessive hunger, even after eating the food you feel excessive hungry. That means the glucose molecules which are there in the body, the food which is there in the system, it's not getting absorbed. That also is a sign of the diabetes. So that's why it's very important. Every year, get yourself your HbA1c checked, at least yearly twice. So if you check your HbA1c, you will get to know whether you're moving towards a diabetes or not.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much. Please do like and subscribe.